Bones. Well, out at Norway. Oh, oh, that was lucky. There we go. You say there's four? There are four people? Let me see. There we go. Yes, we have got four people up now. How cool is that? Right, I'm going to adjust this real quick because it's showing too much of the top layer. It's a nightmare, this. But we will get it rocking. There we go. Beautiful. Hopefully that's all right for you guys. Hopefully you can see it all. We got a few people fishing up there tonight. See what catches we get. See what catches we get. But thank you very, very much to everyone that's been tapping the screen. I really do appreciate that. It's nice to see so many people up and fishing tonight. That main screen's gone as well. Literally just grinding for that 0.2%. That 0.2% is an absolute nightmare. But I will get it. Just give me that 0.2. But yeah, I've been over at Seversky quite a bit today. In fact, the bulk of the fishing that I've done today has been over at Seversky. But the cool thing is that I can drop down the thing as well. So if you get a big fish on, let me know, and I will try and increase the zoom on it as much as I can. Come on. Do you think that's a bit... I think I might recrop that, actually. Get it as flush as possible. Because if I manage to do that, it makes the image quality clearer. And we'll boost that up just a little bit. I think that's an alright size, actually. Perfect. It's not obscuring the screen too much, but at least we can see what everybody's doing. Yeah, there's going to be some nice catches tonight. Oh. So what's everyone fishing for at the moment? I just can't wait to smash that 80%, and then I'll be going off to Norway, I think. Brown trout and grayling. Are you at Balea? You must be the bottom right-hand corner then. Ah, nice one, man. Are you? I'm guessing you're top left. You know what? I absolutely love Balea. Balea is a really, really nice map. Spent many and many hours at Balea. Fishing at Volkov. Ah, not bad, man. I tell you, if you're after pike, Volkov is great for pike. Absolutely fantastic. I was half tempted to go over to Volkov myself. It's not really a place which, like I say, when I first started playing this game, you know, I was going to buy a new reel for my casting rod, specifically for Volkov, and I'm glad that I didn't at the time because literally moments after, like the place just went really dead. I think you get like some life here and there, but I don't think it's really consistent, you know? It's still a nice place to fish. And I guess if you can look at it in one or two ways, you know, I mean, you could go there specifically for a challenge, you know. I guess it makes it more rewarding when you do catch the fish that you want. Bit more time consuming, but I had really good luck there with burbot. And on occasion, a couple of cats. But if any of you did the we're here for the anniversary tasks, you'll remember the old Vimba. That task was an absolute nightmare for me. I think you had one or two places that you could go to. I think it was Volkov and Sura, I think it was, for the anniversary task. It took me the best part of 9 days to catch that one fish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sura has Vimba. I'm pretty sure it was Sura. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I'm almost sure that it was Sura. But there's so much I want to do. There's so much I want to try. Yeah, we will alternate at some stage. Like I say, I've just got it set up for 4 people at the moment, but this, I think getting 80% on float fishing has probably been the most tedious thing that I've ever done on this game. And of course, next in line is bottom fishing. I need to get my bottom fishing skill up, but I have an idea for that. So maybe that's what I do after this. Try and go after some of those channel cats at elk or something. How's it going, man? See, they play around with the bait like something crazy. Look at it. Now it finally decides. But I can't honestly believe, right, after all of this, we now have 53 people in the in-game channel, which is just, you know, I can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. It's cool as well because I can sit here and watch you guys fishing whilst I'm fishing too, which is really nice. Oh, nice pike. I tell you what, the one thing that I haven't actually caught, I don't think, at Balea was a taimen. I'm not too sure how active they are at Balea at the moment. Oh, just sitting and waiting on this percentage. Oh, man. Yeah, they are. They really are. Would be nice, though. I mean, you can get them at Tunguska, you know, but they are a bit elusive, I would say. But still, it would be really nice to do. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that. If you look at my profile, you'll see that that fish is actually my most riskiest catch. There we go. What do you mean, what's going on? This rod is supposed to give me 5% towards my float fishing skill, so I'm in the best sort of like parameters for it. Right, let's flip that. There we go. I have no idea. I don't think so. It's just waiting. Would probably be more beneficial if I had more than one float pole out, but I mean, you know, it could be worse, right? How's it going, man? Yeah. See, the trouble was I wasn't even after Taman at that point. You know, I was after pink salmon, actually. Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. I'm not too bad. Just chilling. Gonna be a chilled night of fishing tonight. Got a few people up on the screen as well. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Like I say, it's just gonna be a chilled Friday evening of just fishing, you know? Can you add me to the screen? What is your name? I mean, at the moment it is limited to 4 people to get it to work, but I mean I think the maximum is 8 people. But then, you know, you have too many things on the screen and it just gets you know, it just gets smaller and smaller. You won't be able to see anything anyway. You got a good one on, have you? I'm just float fishing at the moment just to try and get 0.2%, which is crazy. But hey, I mean, it's good silver at the end of the day. It's good silver. That's the best thing. That's the better way of looking at it. But this is a nice little spot on Ladoga Lake. Anybody that's looking to get their float fishing skill up, you know, come here with mayfly larvas. Make sure that you buy them before you come here. because the only option available in the shop is the most expensive option. But you can come here, you can use, realistically, I would say anything down to a medium 6 on 1 meter depth. And it's just a spot that, you know, just produces really well. The silver's really good here too. And more importantly, it's just easy fishing, isn't it? Really. Nothing really to it. Thank you very much for tapping the screen, guys. I do appreciate that. And of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? I don't know. I might leave that 0.2%. I might do it tomorrow. Because there's loads of areas that I want to try. Just do it through my... We'll do one more cast. And I'll do it during my happy hour. We'll go over to Volkov, I think. Do a bit of... Oh, I missed that. Do a bit of spin fishing. Come on. Hopefully the weather's a bit better out here. Oh, beautiful. See what's biting today. Really, I should stop the boat, to be honest. Let's go a bit further up here. Might put another rod together for this, actually. Feisty perch. This boat want to make its mind up, doesn't it? Ah, nice one, man. Congratulations on level 11. Got your PB cat at Volkov today. What was the size of it? Oh. Sells a nice pike. Hey, I would, but I'm a bit scarce on them myself at the moment. I tell you what, that is actually what I need to do. You've kind of reminded me. What I might do on my setup real quick is take the fillets off. Let's just sell these real quick. I think all I've got is a 5-day. So, yeah. So 5 days it is. Yeah. Yeah, repair costs are a bit of a nightmare. You got your second trophy today at Elk? Nice, man. What did you catch? I really like it when the weather's like this. Warmouth, nice. Yeah, when Elk Lake first came out, people were catching trophies left, right, and centre. I'm still convinced that that place needs a bit of a rebalance. Because it's really, like, for a level 1 map, if you catch the right fish, you can make some serious silver mined, and not and in a very short space of time as well. You know, if you start, you know, targeting the channel cats and the bass, you can make some serious money. You know, and for a level 1 place, you know, you got to take advantage of it, because even at night time, Elk Lake is really good. It's a very consistent place. But let's get over here. Let's chuck a few casts out. Let's see what we grab. It would be really nice to pick up a few safes actually, because running a bit low on the fillets at the moment. But I'm pretty sure I can get away without them anyway. Let's see what the 41 hole has in store for us today. I might not even get out of the seat. I might just cast off the side here. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, hopefully no basking sharks. Not today. Which is why I'm so eager to get a rod replacement for here. It's all just a process, isn't it? But you're looking at a lot of silver. Is a lot of. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's worth it. It is worth it, but ugh, what a way to start. Get back in there. Is a regal good for small fish? Um, the regals are like, if you're planning on getting into, you know, Norway, it's kind of two options in my opinion. You either go for the regal or you go for the Tiger C30. The Tiger C30 is a little bit more expensive, but on paper it's a lot better. Has a higher mech weight, holds more line, you know, that kind of stuff. But the Regal is still a pretty good choice as well, considering it's got like 2 gear ratios. But yeah, I think the Tiger is 10,500. I'm pretty sure around about that mark. I think it's 10,400. I think it's definitely not a bad reel. You could have much worse options, you know, than the Regal. But like a lot of people, I say it to them, like it depends on what your uses are. If you're just gonna, you know, I went with the C30 simply because it's also a really good entry point into catfishing. But like I say to everybody, when it comes down to real choices, you've got to really think about um, what's more beneficial to you at this current moment in time. That is probably one of the biggest factors. You've also got to think about how long you're going to plan on, you know, keeping that reel, you know. So I have the Wingates feeder rods with the Natura 6000s. Yeah, very, very nice reels. Very nice reels, the Naturas. But you know, I mean, there's so much speculate, there's so much like preference and stuff like that. You know, you're always going to get it. People are always going to recommend different rods and different reels, but you know, truthfully, it's just what's ever beneficial to you at the time. You know. No, I don't. I don't plan on. I don't plan on changing the Naturas. To be honest with you, they're pretty solid for what they are. You know, and they've done pretty much everything that I've expected from them to do anyway. Of course, there are better options, but you know, the Naturas are a pretty solid choice, my opinion. Um, some items are, but I wouldn't say so in terms of like the wine and that. No. The alcohol in this game, you know, it gives you an XP booster, essentially, when you're fishing. Just gives you a little bit of a bonus. Your current reel has 40 kg mech. It's pretty solid, to be honest. I mean, if you're targeting like the smaller fish and maybe some of like the larger fish, like medium fish, you get away with it. Ah, it's all good. Yeah, it's pretty manageable. Like I was having a conversation yesterday, wasn't we? You know, about the entry point to Norway. Like, and theoretically, like how much money you really need to spend to get going. You know, and I, I mean, I came to Norway with literally like a 5K setup. Like it just goes to show that you really don't need. I mean, let's face it. Like if you're fishing in the shallower banks, you really do not need to spend stupid, crazy silver on on a setup to fish here. You really don't. Thank you for that, man. I mean, yeah, I will eventually. I will eventually, but there are other areas, you know, that I need to work on. You know, it's just like I use Norway to essentially pave the way for everywhere else. That is what I do. All the money that I accumulate from Norway basically goes to improving my skill levels and my equipment elsewhere. Once I've done all that, then maybe I can start looking at, getting some of like the bigger end game stuff. But for right now, what I've got so far, I'm all right with it. But for me, where is it better if I'm Copper Lake or Norway? To be honest with you, neither. Um, Norway, don't get me wrong, Norway is great for silver. It is good for XP, you know, but at the same time, there are other places that will give you equally, if not more, deducting obviously, boat ticket expenses and stuff like that. There are better ways, funner ways to fish, in my opinion. Like Lower Tunguska, that is absolutely phenomenal for um, light and ultralight rods. The silver and the XP that you make off of catching those fish over there with that sort of equipment is great. It's a great time. Yeah, no worries. You take it easy, man. I think there are a few negatives. Like in my opinion, copper isn't very good if you don't have things like PVA. When the weather's bad and stuff, it's a bit slow. You can still make some decent silver on it, but it just depends on how much time you throw at it. No, I don't have PVA. I can craft PVA, but that is pretty much the last thing that I have to do essentially. I spent a lot of time and silver getting my bait crafting up, getting my lure crafting up. Yeah, there's loads of options. I've seen people come out here with like spinning rods with HSVs. I've seen people come out here with like, I mean, me myself personally, I came out here with a black box. I paired the black box with a Saltmaster. You know, there are so many different ways but you've also got to understand the consequence of doing such things. You know, but the way that I looked at it was I thought because every time that you invest in a new piece of equipment, you've got to understand the return on investment. That's the thing. Like the black box is incredibly cheap and it's incredibly cheap to replace, repair, whatever. But by the time it gets to that point, you probably made 4 or 5 times of what the actual reel is worth anyway. So that's the way you got to look at it. But there are so many different options that you could go for. float fishing at Balea might be the new Norway. Oh, I don't know about that. But yeah, you've really got to you've really sort of got to do your due diligence and think about, I mean, a lot of people that buy Perm Norway, they seem to forget that you need you need a setup to fish here. You know, at least get your lure making skill up to, like, was it 10-15% for the foams before you even think about coming to Norway. Yeah, I do have a new reel, yeah. Because the foams out here are really effective. They're really effective. And being able to make your own is a nice thing. Because you can just buy some materials, and if it runs out, you can just craft some more, you know? But another big thing as well, getting yourself to a point of where you can actually, like, fillet fish. That is another big one. That's a little bit later on in the old skill percentage, but yet again, it's something that's definitely worth it, and it will become beneficial to you later on. The sooner you can get that stuff out of the way with, the better, my opinion, because then it's just one less thing to worry about whilst you're out here. Other than like relying on people to send you stuff. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I do a thing right now. Well, that's a nice pollock. I do a thing right now where I set myself sort of a parameter where if I go to a place, I try to make sure that I fill my keep net up before leaving. Because if you do that, one, you're going to be stockpiling silver, and for two, you're not going to be wasting so much silver traveling from place to place. So everywhere I go now, I try and at least catch 100 fish before I leave it. It does take time. It does take time. Because one of the biggest mistakes that I made early on was I didn't give um, maps and locations enough time. I was very impatient at the beginning because I was so worried about making silver, that I was like, oh, if I didn't catch anything within about 15-20 minutes, I was just constantly rotating places until I found a spot that was working. And then you find yourself in a trap of then purchasing more baits and more lures, trying to effectively catch fish in the longer run, and you just put yourself into a bit of a money pit. It's like you go from one place, You check the records and ratings. You see what lure is being used the most. Then you go and buy that lure. And if you're a low level, 50, 60, 70 silver for a lure, that's all your money on, you know. For then the lure not to work as effectively as you'd hope it to. Oh, I forgot about that. I was supposed to. Oops. I completely forgot about that tournament. Oh dear. Never mind. See, I wouldn't go to amber unless you've got the right equipment. Like you can ask anybody here when it comes to carp fishing, it can really burn a hole in your pocket. Yeah, new reel, yeah. Yeah, it can really burn a hole in your pocket. I think there's a few people in here which has fallen victim to that, including myself. But yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I get PVAs, and then I'm gonna give copper, amber, bear a proper go. Give it a really good crack. But just remember as well, play at your own pace. Play at your own pace. There's no rush. It's not like anything's going anywhere. But is carp fishing what you want to do, Sebo? Sebern, sorry. Yeah, yeah, you're the same as me. I prefer my lure fishing. Yeah, should get yourself a barracuda. I think it's like 89, 90 kg load capacity. And then focus on getting yourself a big old spinning reel and just go for it. No. You bought 2 new feeder rods. Nice. Like I say, if you got premium and you want any baits crafted, just let me know. You know, just send me the ingredients and I'll make them for you. Same with PVAs as well. If anyone wants any PVAs made or anything like that, just give us a shout. Slightly regretting the 5-day choice here, but I'll keep going. I'll keep going. As long as I make 400 silver, I'm not really bothered. Cover the cost of the ticket. Yeah, well, that's the whole point, isn't it? Some cottage cheese? Yeah, let me pull this fish in, man, and I'll send you some. At one point, I had cottage cheese dough coming up my ears. Oh, it's a cask. Right, cottage cheese. Where are we? Cottage cheese dough. I think 200 would be enough for a minute. I don't even know on the crafting how much. Do I even have? Do I have the milk? Ah, it was just the sugar. No. Do I have wheat flour as well? Yeah, it's literally just the sugar. Literally just the sugar. How's it going, Gregor? How you doing, man? Ding ding. That bad, eh? How's it going? Welcome in. No, just the usual suspects at the moment out here at Norway. Hey, it's not about how fast you get it in. It's not about how slow you get it in. It's getting it in that counts, right? Get in my basket. What I am gonna do. No, actually, I'm not going to do it with those ones. I'll wait until I get some smaller ones. If I get some smaller ones, that is. How much am I on now? 7,500. Not bad. Could be worse. To be fair. Ooh, that's a choice. That is a choice, actually. I need to call the submarine. Because I might actually be closer to getting a new rod than what I thought. I think... I really like the Ocean Queen. The Ocean Queen is fantastic. See, that's 95 kg. This one's 125. Yeah. See, this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to get. But I might... Oh, it's difficult. It's a difficult decision. Because that rod offers like 30, 35 more kg than what I currently have. And trust me, that makes all the difference. All the difference in the world. So what was that? Close to like... Oh, that's it. That's doable. That is doable. I could be in for a new rod tonight. Oh, spiny dogfish. Just got a new perch PB. Nice one, Flaky. But I think 95 kg load capacity is pretty good going for out here. A little bit more confident in the swing of things. Who here actually fishes Norway? These are the things. These are the things that I need to know. So I need to know who... Oh, I don't know how I'm going to work that out. Yeah, but some people just come in here to flex. You know, that was pretty much all it was. It was just the flex, wasn't it? No, no, not you. Not you. I wasn't saying you were. Yeah, Sebo, and I wasn't saying that you were, mate. Do 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 do. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Oh dear. Like I say, it's just been one of those days, hasn't it? To be honest with you. Yeah, Shamayas give really good XP. Really good XP for what they are anyway. Like their size. No, 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 no. No. No, the only trouble I have, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a me problem or I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but like when you're trying to build a community of like everybody sort of welcoming each other, everybody getting along, everybody like praising each other for the fish that they catch and the progression that they're making, and sometimes you just get that one person that comes in that flexes that they've got absolutely everything and they've got X amount of hours and all of this stuff. What that does essentially is like it switches that horrible comparison switch on in your head, where everyone's just, you know, getting along, so to speak, and then someone will come in and say they've got this and got that, and it just makes you compare, doesn't it? It makes you just think about it, and then it's almost like a kick in the face when you're sat there with like a 400 silver rod, and someone comes in and says they've got like a 30 grand rod. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm getting at? Like, oh look, I bought a pencil. Oh, but I've got a pen. It's that sort of behavior. And one thing that really gets to me is you have you have people like that, right, that do those sorts of things, and then they have the cheek to ask you what spot you're fishing at or what setup you're using. And they'll portray it in such a way They'll go, "Oh yeah, I'm using something similar." Like, well, no, you just wanted to see what I was using, you know? No, it's not. It's not fun to listen to at all. I love it when people like praise people, like when people get their first trophy for the first time, or they've got their new PB. It's not an opportunity to shoot them down in the moment of when they're proud of what they've achieved, and then someone will come in and say, "Oh, well, my trophy was this size," or do you get what I'm saying? Just let them have their moment, let them have their moment, because it just knocks the wind out of your sails. I've come across a few people where their egos are so big, I'm surprised they don't fall over when they fish. Literally so big that their heads could be used as an emergency life raft if anyone was to fall in the water, you know. You're gonna lose fish, man. Vibes, you're gonna lose fish. Yeah, it's just part of it, man. It's just part of it. Oh, that's devastating. That is. Yeah, I just want this community to be chill. I just want people to, get along and congratulate each other. Let each other have their moments. It's like the one thing that I do. It's like, I mean, at the end of the day, what we've got to think about, right, is that this is a game after all. It is a game. Like life still goes on outside of it. Do you know what I mean? And if you're sat there with a rod that you no longer use, that somebody could really benefit from, you know, it's just about, sharing the love, the giveaways that we do, and stuff like that, just helping people out, just so that they can have a better experience with it. I like that. I like like-minded people that are like that. You'd probably use like 1 meter. Yeah. Ooh. I really like these. I want to catch a trophy. If anything, I would love a trophy spiny dogfish. It's a game if you're listening. Hmm. Ah, it's all good. Same again, mate. 1 meter. 1 meter seems to be kind of like the universal depth to try before anything else. That's what I do. I mean, that is what I do. Oh, that'd be really nice tonight then. I might be able to push it. I mean, depending on how much money I make. Only need a couple grand. And then it'll be back out here making me change back. Because I'd literally be having like no silver whatsoever. But that's okay. I've been broke many a times on this game. Many a times. I can remember when I was doing my how much gold you got after going on a shopping trip? Not a lot. Not a lot. Wind's picking up. Yeah, I got like 0.16 gold. Yeah, you will. You will. You will. There's no avoiding spending silver. You know, you've got to. But it's like learning whether it's going to be like feasible for you to do based on your current circumstances. I mean, I stopped myself from buying anything. That is literally what I've just been using baits which I've got. This reel is fantastic. It is really nice. It's only a small reel, but on its stats it has 173 mech weight, 173 kg mech weight. I think it's only got like 19 kg drag, but I'm not worried about that. Still pretty decent. For what I'm fishing for at the moment anyway. The moment I get my new rod, that's when I'm going to start sort of venturing off into some of the deeper parts for some of the deeper, some of like the bigger fish. But yeah, I think the next step I'll be upgrading the rod. I think that was 95 kg load capacity, so that's going to give me like 35 kg breathing room on top of what the Ocean Queen has. Yeah. The thing is like you spend a lot of time looking at the same equipment out here, and the scenery doesn't help. You know, to be able to sort of branch off and catch different fish out here makes it a little bit more worthwhile. The silver will come in a lot more as well. Because the bigger the fish, the more silver you're going to get naturally out here. Yeah, yeah. It does it can do, like if you're just using sea foams, you know, out here, even though it is a fantastic way to start, it does get really boring, especially with like the times between bites. I think the biggest factor for me when I first started out here was the boat tickets. You know, like making sure that I made enough silver to pay off the boat ticket, and then everything beyond that was profit. You know, that was the one thing I really didn't like because it's like a crunch time, really. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You constantly moving, constantly, you know, adjusting the boat due to drift. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Seversky is a good map. Over the last, oh, I think over the last 2 days, I've probably made the excess of about maybe 3,500 silver from Seversky. Try looking at this is the thing. This is the thing, right? When you're going to go after smaller fish, you need to make sure that you're using really thin line. The thinner the line you use, the better. Because a common mistake I see people using, or common mistake I see people doing an awful lot, is that they'll put a leader on which is actually thicker than their main line. A lot of people do that. I use 5 kg. I use 5 kg at Seversky only because you do get the occasional I'd come through, you know, and stuff like that, and they do fight, especially on lighter equipment. I can show you what I use if you want, Gregor. Because that's the thing, you don't need anything expensive or fancy to fish out there. I can't even remember what reel I'm using for it. What am I using? The Sputnik Element 2000. You know, that's what I use. Just a tiny little spinning reel. And it wasn't that expensive. And it's definitely made more money back than what I was expecting it to. Yeah, that's it. 20 silver rod and some line. That's all you need. Oh, I cannot wait to get that extra 30, 35 kg on a rod. It's crazy. Did you ever replace your rod, Gregor, for Norway? Oh, you're getting the silver. What reel did you use, just out of curiosity? Was it the black box? Oh, bloody cusks. Yeah, I got the Reef Tonga. It's like 40 something, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, it's a good reel. It is a good reel. Very smooth. A lot smoother than my Tega. Feel a little bit more comfortable with it. A little bit more confident. And that's what you want when you're out here. I don't think it is 38k. I think it's more. 40 fish. Not too bad. You'd rather buy 750 hot dogs from Copper Cafe. What? Oh. Might wait for level 24 and get 7 Cs. Do you have premium, Gregor? Ah. Oh, you're getting a bit of motion sickness, are you? I don't even look at the waves. I just look at the depth. I don't pay attention to it. It's what I used to do in real life, actually. I used to go fishing out on the boat. Every time I felt a little bit sick, I'd always look at like a point in the distance, a solid point, and just focus on that. Oh my goodness. The sculpins are coming out. It's a real shame that you don't have premium, Gregor, because what I would have said to you was when I get my new rod, I would let you borrow this one until you've got enough money to buy another one. Does it need level 24, does it? As long as you set the rod up right, it shouldn't break. Can you pretty please have a balsa? What balsa? There are so many different types of balsas. Oh, are you at Curry by any chance? You're probably better off getting yourself let me have a look a minute. There you go. Use that. You'll have to put some hooks on it. Like some large ones or some extra large ones or something like that. Because that one's working really well for curry at the moment. Oh, what have we got? Probably a cod. No way. They act so much harder than what they really are. It's mad. I don't like cusks. I've got one, keep it. Wow. How ungrateful is that? Wow. Yes, I do, Flaky, yeah. I'm actually waiting for my new fishing gear to arrive. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I just got myself a little spinning rod. Yeah. Didn't mean to send? What? Didn't mean to send what? Yeah, I can't keep it. I can't keep it. Once you've sent the item, you have to send it back. That's the thing, but you can only do it on premium. Didn't mean to send what? I don't I'm confused now. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. You ain't got to apologise for that. We're all making mistakes. Problem solved. You cheeky. Oh dear. I tell you, the attitude on some people is crazy, isn't it? Problem solved? No. No, the problem is not solved. Permabanned. Blacklisted. Done for the day. Fair enough, man. My intention wasn't to spend so much time out here at Norway, but I thought I may as well, get that little bit of extra silver, get that little rod, get that rod in. Oh, you're using dead bait, are you? Nice. Yeah, I know your vibes. Yeah, I know your vibes. Had 6 halibut back to back. Highest weight was 83 kg. Damn, man. Is that what sort of hook sizes are we looking at for stuff like that? Is it six or I suppose it's north of 6 aught, isn't it? That's a big old cusk. Damn. Thank you for the follow, man. Using yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, it's getting darker. Don't know if there's anyone else streaming it. Yeah, we got Latvian. He's back up. I don't know where he's gone. Whether he's loading the game up or something. I don't know. European hate crash your screen. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I would. I would. With the standalone version, you can send gold and premium stuff like that. And I think the game generally just does run better, my opinion. I mean, it did for me anyway. I mean, the standalone version's got its own interface, so you can keep up to date with the news and stuff like that. You can send gold and premium to people, which is a nice touch, and I had better performance on the standalone version. After a while on the Steam version, it like It didn't always used to do it, but then every now and then it would take like a tremendous amount of time, you know, to load. And of course the competitions as well. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few nice perks to it. Yeah. But I think we've caught some really nice fish today. I still need to get that 0.2% on float, but you know, it is what it is. The cusk are coming out now. They're coming out. Oh dear. But anyway, guys, like I say, it's been absolutely fantastic. You guys coming in. Thank you very, very much for your support. If you enjoy these videos as well, maybe consider subscribing, leaving me a like, you know, it'd be definitely appreciated. And of course, if you would like to join a nice little friendly community, feel free to join DVC Anglers. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Anyway, guys, you all take it easy. I'll catch you next time.